Hello everybody, my name is Ken Carter. I'm a professor of polymer science and engineering here at UMass, and welcome to my group. I think you're probably wondering what we do, and my interests have always been in looking at interesting materials and advanced functional materials. I worked for IBM for 15 years before coming here in 2004, and so my group is really interested in fabricating, synthesizing, and using interesting polymeric materials. And what that means is that we go from all the way from the basic ingredients all the way down to finished products. We synthesize polymers, we test their properties, and we fabricate different types of devices out of them. One project that we have is looking at chemical warfare agent protection materials. Another project is looking at materials that can capture CO2 from the atmosphere. And we also, again, do a lot of work with electronic fabrication and testing. When you go through our labs today, you're going to see some of my students working on some of these things, but we're really interested in how can we take basic materials and build functionality into them. And so we have synthesis, we have characterization, and we have fabrication. So have fun looking around in my lab, and we'll see you when you get back.
Hi, I'm Bashir. Welcome to the Carter Group. So in here we do our synthesis, characterization, and fabrication in this space you see in here. We have all the equipment we need in-house. We have HPLC, a GPC. We have nano imprint lithography tools, and we even have a 400 square feet clean room in the other room. Just for instance, just in this room, we have 2 FTIRs, a DSC, and the bright light you see behind me is coming from our UV instrument. But sometimes for very specific experiment, we need to build our own equipment, and that's what Jared is doing in this room, right here. He is building his own equipment for his carbon capture material.
For my project specifically, I need to measure how much gas my material can absorb. And so to do that, I need an instrument that will precisely control how much gas goes in, and I can measure how much gas comes out. So right now I'm working on all of the internal plumbing that makes sure gas goes where it's supposed to and actually will go through my material and not around it.
Our project in here starts with synthesis, with chemistry, and for that we have 2 wet labs. In this particular wet lab, the light, as you see, the light is different. It's a yellow light, and that's very specific. So, and here Justin is working, for instance, on a photosensitive material, and that's what the light is for. But for our more general chemistry, we use this main wet lab, and that's what Hannah is working over there. She's working on her artificial skin project.
So I'm working on titanium nanoparticle embedded in the carbon frame. So as a photocatalyst, we use it to detoxify the chemical warfare agent under the solar simulator.
In this group, Ken has a lot of trust in us, and that's why we can actually work on our projects with a lot of freedom, try our ideas, develop them, even with trial and error, and he's very, very encouraging about that. But even with all this freedom, he keeps an open door policy, which is very helpful, specifically in the beginning. I found it very, very helpful in the beginning when we're defining the project, and he gives us the opportunity to explore our options in research. He also encourages us into exploring our options after our PhD, in exploring into like industry, academia, and the diverse direction that you can take from there. And I really like that, because I feel like for now I don't know where I'm going, but I like the idea that I can go wherever I want.
So you got to meet a couple of my students, and I'd like to talk about my students for a couple minutes. I have students from all over the world and from all types of different disciplines. Some of them are chemists, some of them are chemical engineers, some of them are material scientists, and some of them have training actually in polymer science and engineering. But we bring all these different people and different skills together to solve a lot of these advanced problems. And I find it to be really a wonderful experience working with you guys. So, you know, what happens when they're done? Well, they graduate, they get a PhD, and they go on to do a lot of interesting things. I have former graduates all over the world working both in academia and in industry. I would say, given the type of work that we do, more of them end up in industrial research. We have people at 3M, we have people at Dow, we have people at Sigma Aldrich, just a number of different places, Apple. So I'm sure you might have more questions after this, watching this, and so, please, either pick up the phone, email, check out our website, and please just let us know, because we're really always looking for more good people to join our group. And with that, I'd like to say goodbye and hopefully see you soon.